Welcome to Beyond Vision Mindset, the place where we unlock the power of your mind and give you the tools to build a life of resilience, clarity, and strength. If you're ready to overcome obstacles, push through life's toughest challenges, and transform your mindset, then you're in the right place. Today's video is something truly special. We're diving into the ancient and timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic philosophers. Marcus didn't just rule the Roman Empire, he mastered the mind. His insights have helped countless individuals develop unparalleled mental strength, and in this video, you'll discover the secrets that allowed him to maintain peace of mind, clarity, and inner strength even during the most chaotic times. But here's the best part. These secrets aren't just for ancient philosophers or emperors. They're for you. Whether you're facing personal challenges, going through a tough time at work, or simply want to master your emotions and build an unshakable mindset, this video will show you exactly how to do that. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe because we'll be bringing you more powerful content that helps you grow stronger every single day. And if you find something that resonates with you today, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with anyone you think could use some mental strength in their lives. Let's dive into the first step of becoming mentally strong with the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism, and get ready to change your perspective forever. 1. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. One of the most powerful lessons from Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy is the idea that challenges are not obstacles to avoid, they are opportunities to grow and become stronger. In fact, Marcus Aurelius himself famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about that for a second. What stands in your way is not something to fear. It is something that can push you forward. This idea might seem counterintuitive. We're often conditioned to view difficulties as burdens or setbacks, but the Stoics saw them as the very fuel for personal transformation. They believed that every obstacle you face has the potential to refine your character and sharpen your mental toughness. Rather than allowing challenges to overwhelm you, they taught that we should embrace them with open arms. For example, consider a difficult situation you might be going through right now, whether it's a tough project at work, a personal relationship that's causing stress, or a financial hardship. Instead of viewing these as negatives, ask yourself, how can this challenge make me better? Marcus Aurelius endured some of the greatest challenges a person could face. Being the emperor of Rome during a time of war, political instability, and personal loss. Despite all this, he never allowed external circumstances to dictate his internal peace. Instead, he chose to see each challenge as an opportunity for personal growth. Research backs this up. Studies show that people who view challenges through a growth mindset, as Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics did, are not only more resilient, but they're also more likely to succeed. A study by Dr. Carol Dweck, a psychologist at Stanford University, found that people with a growth mindset, those who believe abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and perseverance, are more likely to thrive when faced with setbacks. This is exactly the mindset Stoics adopted centuries ago. When you shift your perspective and see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, you gain control over your life. You're no longer a passive participant in the face of hardship, you're actively shaping your own future. And in doing so, you build a stronger, more resilient mind. Ask yourself today, what challenge in my life can I turn into an opportunity for growth? By embracing this Stoic principle, you can transform your mindset and begin to thrive in the face of adversity, just like Marcus Aurelius did. 2. Practice emotional control and self-discipline. One of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy, and something Marcus Aurelius practiced daily, is the concept of emotional control. In fact, Marcus believed that the ability to master your emotions was the true measure of a strong person. He often wrote in his meditations about the need to remain calm and rational regardless of external circumstances. He said, "If someone is able to prove me wrong and show me my mistake in thought or action, I will gladly change." The idea here is simple. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you allow your emotions to be controlled by external events or other people, you lose your power. Emotional control is about choosing your response, not being a passive reactor to the world around you. This is a mindset that separates the strong from the weak, those who can stay calm, focused, and rational in the face of adversity are the ones who can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. But why is emotional control so critical to mental strength? Let's break it down. Avoiding impulsive decisions. When you let emotions like anger, fear, or frustration control you, decisions are often made in haste, which can lead to regrettable consequences. Marcus Aurelius warned against making impulsive decisions, saying that reacting out of emotional disturbance distorts judgment. By practicing emotional control, you gain the clarity needed to make well-thought-out decisions that align with your long-term goals, not fleeting emotional states. Creating inner peace. One of the most important Stoic teachings is that external circumstances do not control your inner peace. How often do we find ourselves upset over things we cannot change, like the behavior of others or unforeseen events? The Stoics understood that while we cannot control what happens around us, we always have control over how we react. This practice of controlling our responses, whether it's a traffic jam, a challenging conversation, or an unexpected setback, creates an inner sense of peace and stability. Cultivating self-discipline. Emotional control is closely tied to self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to remain focused on your goals, even when distractions or temptations arise. It's about delaying gratification and doing what is necessary for long-term success, rather than giving in to the instant rewards that can derail your progress. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. He believed that to truly be free, one must discipline the mind to avoid being a slave to desires and impulses. Take a look at the daily routines of highly successful people today. They all have one thing in common. They exercise emotional control and self-discipline. Whether it's the ability to stay calm under pressure, resisting the temptation to give up on a goal, or choosing to act thoughtfully instead of impulsively, this trait is crucial for anyone looking to achieve success. In practical terms, emotional control and self-discipline can be developed through daily habits. For example, start small. Practice responding to minor irritations, like being cut off in traffic or facing a difficult conversation, with a calm and measured response. Set clear goals. Use self-discipline to stick to your long-term objectives, even when you feel tempted to take shortcuts or procrastinate. Meditate or journal. These Stoic practices help center the mind, allowing you to reflect on your emotions and reactions, ultimately giving you greater control over them. When you take control of your emotions and become disciplined in your actions, you unlock a mental strength that allows you to remain unshaken in the face of life's challenges. Remember, the path to mastering your emotions is a practice, one that requires consistent effort. But as Marcus Aurelius taught, the rewards are immeasurable. By practicing emotional control and self-discipline, You become the master of your own mind and the creator of your own fate. 3. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. One of the most liberating concepts in Stoicism is the idea of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. This simple yet profound principle is one of the most powerful tools you can use to build mental strength and resilience. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself of this truth throughout his life, and it's a lesson that's just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. In his Meditations, Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This statement is a direct invitation to take back your power and shift your focus inward. When we focus on what we cannot control, we become overwhelmed, anxious, and frustrated. But when we focus on our own thoughts, actions, and responses, we regain our sense of control, peace, and clarity. Let's break down why this is so important. Avoiding stress and anxiety. Stress often arises from trying to control things outside our influence. For example, worrying about other people's opinions, stressing over the future, or being frustrated by global events. But here's the truth. We have no power over those things. The moment you realize that you can't control the actions of others or the outcome of every situation, you liberate yourself from unnecessary stress. By focusing on your responses instead of external circumstances, you take back control of your mental and emotional state. And when you focus on the things you can influence, like your attitude, your decisions, and your mindset, you can approach life's challenges with much more calm and clarity. Clarity in action. When you direct your energy toward controlling only what's in your power, your actions become more intentional and purposeful. Instead of being distracted by the chaos around you, you're able to align your efforts with your true values and long-term goals. For instance, if you're going through a rough time, you can't control the situation itself, but you can control how you react. Are you going to let it overwhelm you, or will you choose to rise above it and take positive action? That decision is entirely within your control. By mastering this focus, you create a life that's guided by intention, not chaos. Building resilience through acceptance. One of the greatest teachings of Stoicism is acceptance. Marcus Aurelius believed that we must accept life as it is, without resistance, and not waste our energy fighting against things we cannot change. When you accept that you can't control everything, it allows you to release the burden of frustration and use your energy more wisely. This doesn't mean you become passive or indifferent. It means that you focus your efforts on what truly matters: your mindset, your growth, and your actions. By doing so, you become mentally invincible because you no longer waste energy on things beyond your control. Practical ways to implement this Stoic wisdom. Practice daily reflection. Take time each day to ask yourself, what happened today that I could not control? Recognize what was outside of your influence, then release it. Then, focus on what you could control. What can I do today to improve myself or my situation? Control your responses. Let's say someone cuts you off in traffic, or you receive a harsh comment online. Instead of reacting impulsively, remind yourself that you can control how you respond. In these moments, pause and decide how you want to react, choosing a calm and measured response. Set boundaries. The things we allow into our lives often come from what we tolerate. If you focus on controlling your boundaries, whether it's with people, tasks, or negative influences, you'll start to feel a greater sense of control over your life. It's not about controlling everything around you, but about controlling what you allow into your life. By practicing this principle of focusing only on what you can control, you'll find that you can navigate life with a sense of peace, empowerment, and clarity. Stoicism teaches us that true strength doesn't come from controlling external events, but from mastering our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. This is where your true power lies. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism. We've explored how embracing challenges, practicing emotional control, and focusing on what we can control can unlock your mental strength and empower you to live a more resilient and purposeful life. Remember, true mental strength isn't about avoiding difficulty, it's about how you respond to life's challenges. It's about finding the calm within the storm and using every obstacle as an opportunity to grow. By applying these Stoic principles, you can build the mental fortitude needed to not just survive but thrive in any situation. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with anyone who could use a dose of Stoic wisdom, and subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset for more content that helps you unlock your potential. And as always, leave a comment down below. What challenge are you facing today, and how will you use Stoic principles to overcome it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and continue the conversation with you. Stay focused, stay strong, and remember, the power to shape your life is always within your control. Keep striving for excellence, and I'll see you in the next video.